Unit 1.
Sam, we're broke. Have you seen the balance in our bank account?
No, I haven't. When you say broke, how broke are we? Like we don't have 2 nickels to rub together, or we just need to stop the daily Starbucks run?
More like we need to stop the Starbucks run. I think we really need to get a grip on our finances. You know, we've been saying that we want to buy a new car soon, but if we keep spending money like this, a new car will be impossible.
What about a used car?
Or even a used car. Sam, my point is, we need to stick to a budget.
What about a real clunker? Can we afford that?
Sam, help me figure out how we can save money. What are the easy things that we can stop spending money on? The low-hanging fruit. Sam, where are you going?
I think I need some caffeine to figure this out. I'm running to Starbucks. Can I bring you something back?
Sam!
Idioms. To be broke. Since I lost my job, I have not had enough money. I'm broke.
To not have 2 nickels to rub together. My paycheck comes in 3 days, but until then, I don't have 2 nickels to rub together.
To go on a Starbucks run.
I'm going on a Starbucks run. Does anyone want anything?
To get a grip on. I have so many projects at work that I don't know what to do first. I need to get a grip on my work and organize my time.
A clunker. My first car was a real clunker. It only cost $500, leaked oil everywhere, and had no radio or air conditioner.
Low-hanging fruit. I really want to lose a lot of weight. I know that I need to change my diet and exercise a lot, but it's so hard to do. I don't want to lose my motivation, so I'm going after the low-hanging fruit. For now, I will drink more water and less soda.
Unit 2. Steve, I'm going on a donut run. Can I bring you anything?
Thanks for asking, but I don't have 2 dimes to rub together.
Don't worry about it. I can get you a donut or some coffee.
Thanks, Alan. I'd love a cup of coffee. I'm so broke right now.
No problem, Steve. But is everything okay?
Yeah, once I get my next paycheck, I should be okay. I bought a used car 2 years ago and knew it would need some repairs. It's a bit of a clunker. I figured if I took care of the inexpensive things, the car would be okay for a while.
The low-hanging fruit?
Exactly. So I had the oil changed and got some new tires. The car ran pretty well for a couple years, but a few weeks ago, I started having major problems with it. This last repair was $5,000.
$5,000? Wow.
I know. But a new car would be even more expensive. I decided I had to get a grip on the situation, so I've been working extra hours and saving everywhere I can.
I had no idea that you were dealing with this. Listen, I'm getting you a coffee and a donut. You deserve it.
I appreciate that, Alan. After my next paycheck, I'll do the donut run next week.
Idioms.
To make a Starbucks run.
To go out and buy Starbucks. Tom is making a McDonald's run. Should he bring you some French fries?
To not have 2 nickels to rub together. To be poor. When I was a student, I had a part-time job that paid very little money. I didn't have 2 nickels to rub together.
To be broke. To have no money. She'd like to buy a new car, but she doesn't have enough money. She's broke.
A clunker. Usually referring to a car or machine that is old and in bad condition. Our lawnmower is a real clunker. It's 20 years old and we have to fix it every time we use it.
Low-hanging fruit. The easiest problems to solve or goals to attain. We want to sell our house, but we need to make some complicated repairs. First, however, we'll handle the low-hanging fruit, wash the windows and cut the grass. These tasks are easy to do.
To get a grip on. To gain some control over a situation or emotions. I was so stressed about my job that I could not sleep. I realized that I had to get a grip on myself.
Unit 3.
Ugh, this machine is such a clunker. It always gets jammed with paper.
I know. That thing's 100 years old. The office should really buy a new one.
Why don't they? I lose an hour every day trying to pull jammed paper out of this thing. Really, I fix this machine every day.
Well, according to my sources, the company doesn't have two nickels to rub together.
Really? Who told you this?
I overheard a conversation between the president and vice president the other day.
Mike, you were eavesdropping.
Yes, I was. I admit it.
So, what else did they say?
Apparently, we're broke.
But last week there was a repairman here fixing some of the doors and stuff. There must be money for that.
That's the low-hanging fruit. They can afford to fix the easy things, but not the big stuff like buying a new copier.
Well, I hope they get a grip on the money situation. I hope we don't lose our jobs.
Look on the bright side. If we lose our jobs, at least you can find work fixing copy machines. Idioms. A clunker. Usually referring to a car or machine that is old and in bad condition. I really wanted a new car, but I have no money right now. All I can afford is a clunker.
To not have two nickels to rub together. To be poor. When my grandparents first came to the United States, all they had were the clothes on their backs. They didn't have two nickels to rub together.
To be broke. To have no money. I would love to go to the movies on Friday night, but I'm broke. I don't get paid until next week.
Low-hanging fruit. The easiest problems to solve or goals to attain. I need to save more money, so I had to find ways to spend less. One piece of low-hanging fruit was making coffee at home instead of going to a coffee shop.
To get a grip on. To gain some control over a situation or emotions. Our city has a high unemployment rate. The city government needs to get a grip on our economic situation.
To make a Starbucks run. To go out and buy Starbucks. Guys, I'm making a lunch run. Does anyone want me to bring something back?
Lesson 2. Unit 1. Mom, I'm trying to figure out how to solve this math problem, but it seems like I'm in over my head.
I'm so sorry, but I'm in the middle of doing something important here. Why don't you ask Billy when he gets home? You know Billy is a genius in math.
I don't want to, Mom. Whenever I ask Billy a math question, he's always putting me down.
Why would he do that? He's your brother, honey.
He does, Mom. The other day, he even did that in front of my friends, and I can't put up with that anymore.
Okay, as soon as Billy gets home today, let's talk it out all together. You guys should work it out.
All right. But do you really think he will fix his behavior?
Honey, he will have to. I can promise you.
Thanks, Mom. You're such a great mother. You know I look up to you so much, don't you?
I do, sweetie. Thanks for your kind words. I love you.
Idioms. To figure out. Rick's wife has filed divorce papers, but he says he still can't figure out why she wants to leave him.
To be in over one's head. To get in over one's head. No worries. If you get in over your head, I will help you out.
To put someone down. I saw John putting his wife down many times. I feel like he's a sexist guy.
To put up with. Jeremy said he could not put up with his roommate and moved out of that apartment yesterday.
To work out. I've also heard Mary and Tom have got a serious marital issue, but I'm sure they can work it out as always.
To look up to someone. My younger brother looks up to Noam Chomsky so much that he became a linguist himself.
Unit 2. My boss is such an obnoxious guy. He's constantly putting us down, and I can't put up with that anymore.
I kind of know him, and I've always thought he was a nice guy. Whenever I get in over my head, he tries to help me out. I can't even imagine him acting like a jerk.
Are you serious? How do you know him?
He goes to the same church with me.
Oh my God, he's Christian? Oh Lord, please save me from your followers.
Hilarious.
No offense. In any case, I don't care how he interacts with other people, but in my office, nobody thinks he's a good person, and I'm just trying to figure out how I can work with him peacefully.
I'm so sorry to hear that you're going through this. What he did to you seems wrong, but it also looks like you know only one side of him, and I believe there's more about him that you don't know. What I'm trying to tell you is I'm sure you can work it out with him.
Okay, I'll try, but I wish I could work with someone who I could look up to.
Well, I guess it's everyone's desire.
Idioms. To put someone down. To insult someone. Stop putting me down.
To put up with. To tolerate. I wouldn't put up with that.
To be in over one's head. To get in over one's head. To have more difficulties than one can manage. I shouldn't have changed my job. Ever since I started working here, I felt like I am in over my head.
To figure out. To come to understand. She could never figure him out.
To work out. To end in a successful way. Anne and Tim got divorced after all because things didn't work out between them.
To look up to someone. To admire. I've always looked up to my mother.